You don't want him to recover low, so he's going to recover high, and you just don't have to, and you don't have the means to not go up there and get them like some of the characters we're going to be seeing right now.
Right.
But if you can lock down positioning, that is infinitely stronger in some regard, and these two players and these two characters are really, really good at that. The full force speed of stuff like Clown Cart, careful battery, the speed of stuff like Clown Cart traversing so quickly is going to be extremely tough to consistently shut down. But what MPG does with these lemons and with the Metal Blade, Leaf Shield, all of the utility that Mega Man's arsenal provides him is going to cause that same type of positional havoc for Yoda Cage, who is a master, both of these two masters of their craft, and it's just going to come down to, again, as we've been seeing multiple times over in these, especially in these losers qualifiers, we're at our game of inches here, mini boss.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like you know, bringing out the illusion of measurement is certainly very apropos here, because the way that Yoda Cage's Mecha Koopa is going to be able to stifle a lot of the movement in that. No. Be a gentleman about it, or do we get the charger on? Let's see.
You need to charge your stuff, guys. Like, we got the warning. You absolutely take the stock here. That stock is forfeit.
And there it is. All right.
Let's go.
Obviously, he already put on 112, so this is like one short you can away as they reset on platform and get right back into it.
Oh, yeah. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you take those stocks. Come
Absolutely,
on.
Yeah. This is do or die here. You're on loser's side. Last set of top 32, and also the last bounty set of top 32. As we have MPG having the target on his back, and Yoda Cage could get a little bit return on investment here. And right now we're
for the individual questioning, yes, that is losing your controller battery is technically a pause in the game.
Yes.
Whoever causes it, the opponent can enforce a stock loss, which Yoda Cage absolutely is in his right to do, and he should be, because he is right now with a lead. He is right now without a lead when it comes to stocks, but he has 66% on the board. This game is right now in his control should he want to play that style of game. And when you're ejecting to the other side of the stage to get away from Mega Man, Yoda Cage is certainly playing to his win conditions.
Absolutely, yeah. Very swirly nature.
Squirrely, that's a good word.
Thank you. Yeah, the more that he can serpentine in and out of control, and side B of all moves is just so pivotal in closing that gap. Like, if Mecha Koopa is able to get a latch onto before it explodes, Yoda Cage can react in time the way that he's so practiced with his character. Arguably the best Bowser Jr. in the world. He has that reaction time to close in, know the angle of the blast of Mecha Koopa's, where it's going to send Mega Man, and just, convert into a hefty amount of damage. So,
oh, the stagger pressure was so good, but MPG does not bite with any sort of response.
Great
taking it as it comes and not trying to let Yoda Cage find another freebie. He has worked his way to get a ton of damage and in turn a lead, and the charge shot will do it. Yoda Cage kind of scratching their head, trying to keep themselves into it. The up smash, letting it rip. Oh, and an interesting setup there. Down tossing instead of Z-dropping the Metal Blade. I wonder if that was intentional. Either way, damage is damage.
Absolutely, and right now damage is what MPG needs right now, staring down a 2-1 lead with that SD. No!
This is just a cursed game for MPG.
I mean, it happens. The way that MPG can recover with air dodge, of all things, makes it so surprising when he does get back. It's all the more crushing that when he uses the full toolkit of recovery of Mega Man, the air dodge in tow, and it still leads to a stock loss from his own hands. It is unfortunate, and still Yoda Cage, along with that stock loss off the low battery, is just going to basically tie this right back up. And right now, again, that that Clown Cart into up B conversion, just so practiced with it. And another thing I want to see Yoda Cage allude to, there was a couple of talks in the Bowser Jr. Discord about a pretty much guaranteed setup off of ledge if he buffers, I believe it was... yeah, the down smash there. If he buffers, I believe it was either Nair leading into an up air, it can lead into a back air conversion off of ledge. So if we are able to see that on display, that'll be something for the Bowser Jr. Discord to certainly cheer about. Despite that, you can cheer about him getting that round 1 on our top BR right now. So he is very poised to silence the top 2 seed of tonight's bracket. making this a whole lot easier for a bunch of other players out there.
This is just a tough game to kind of swallow.
Yeah, it
feels
is.
Like,
yeah.
MPG kind of coming off a tough set against Yoshio where it felt like you couldn't really get a lot of things started, and now to have like multiple things just fall by the wayside, fall like victim to outside errors that and in-game errors that absolutely could be avoided, could have transformed this game. If there's any solace you can take, it's the fact that it was still extremely close despite everything.
Right.
And Yoda Cage has just as much to clean up as MPG does, but it feels like Yoda Cage has a whole lot more wind in his sails in this game, and for a character practitioner as him, and the ideas that he can generate on the fly are near second to none.
Without a doubt, yeah. MPG, again, just able to pull out combos unforeseen, even though he has a pretty storied career in Smash 5 here. And right now, Yoda Cage looking to sort of match him toe-to-toe in that regard with the Mecha Coup conversions, looking for something else.
Very
but
nice.
no, baiting with it of all things, and just going with that hefty hit of the back air to silence MPG's first stock.
Yeah, I love that utility with, it's not exclusive to Bowser Jr., but he obviously has that utility. Like characters like Wario can do it well, do it as well. Like, but being able to hit super low back air so that they hit ledge or forward airs or whatever the aerial ends up being, super nice stuff, and it's really going to catch people slipping, especially if they try to take a moment to breathe on ledge. Yoda Cage trying to skip that step, but MPG not letting him do it. Looking for the footstool out of shield there, missing some of these setups as we find ourselves back into an interesting set of neutral, reading spot dodges, but Yoda Cage knowing when to disengage and knowing when to just get out of there as he's playing to the advantage of Pokemon Stadium 2 here. Mini Boss just, hey, I've got a lot of room to run. Absolutely. You got to catch me.
Yeah, get out of dodge he can with that clown card, the way he can close gaps and combos in. He can basically escape all the more prevalent. But right now, he doesn't want to do that in this situation, because right now MPG's fiending for any semblance of stage control. And with Mecha Koopa not exploding in hand, he has to resort to lead shield of all things to protect his character's character model against the hurt boxes that Yoda Cage is throwing out here. Speaking of throwing out, that full extent charge shot going to do wonders for that respect. Right now, just throwing out a flurry of options, though not pinning anything on Yoda Cage on stage, as the surprising potential of SDI might have saved him from that stock loss, but all the same, Yoda Cage is now one stock away from taking out the #2 seed in the bracket, the #1 PR in the region. That would be a huge resume point for Yoda Cage going into, let alone tonight, but for the rest of this season.
For sure. I mean, we're watching Yoda Cage, like, despite everything, like, Bowser Jr. is not the strongest character in the world. But the way that he can facilitate creativity based on some of the ideas, and Yoda Cage excellently putting together all of Junior's tools, like, turns a character on its head, and that's kind of the beauty of Smash Ultimate. But also, just, we're seeing, as we've been seeing a lot of times tonight, like, we're seeing just these character paragons at work. With both of them on the screen, MPG not to be denied and not to be silenced as quickly. Playing through the up air, way high, going for the third one, landing, did not notice the reset as Yoda Cage lets himself get hit by the third one, not air dodging in time, not getting out of there in enough time. Getting blown up by the third one with just with that high, no escape.
Ladies and gentlemen, in non-binaries, we have another Game 3 situation for our losers qualifiers.
That's a Wendy's 4 for 4 right there, baby.
Again, getting you guys the fullest extent of your quote-unquote payment tonight, as we'll get the reason we're all here right after this set. A great charity event, but the charity is being displayed on screen. Again, like you alluded to, the paragon of these characters in the hands of these players are on full display, and they have to be pristine going into another do-or-die situation, another round 3 on loser side. It is someone's final game right now. Whose will it be?
Dropping with a couple of these up air back airs you mentioned earlier, like great for positioning and even better for damage. Looking for the trade, looking for the nair there, gets a trade instead, but Yoda's still in strong position, but man, Leaf Shield is just so good, and MPG making good use of it to get out of the corner, landing another high air shooter, but it does not result in the stop this time. The air dodge well timed, and the Oh, the finisher there with the back air from MPG, who looks just a little bit renewed here on Battlefield after being able to take that game and find his win conditions. The confidence is back and only growing here, Mini Boss. Oh, as he misses the uppy follow-up with the hammer swing. So unfortunate for Yoda Cage, just trying to find these openers, and MPG is not giving him an inch.
Absolutely not. Yeah, again, alluding to what I said before about Yoda Cage finding those combos, gets a hefty up smash to even things up, but hurting all the same. Now he has put on 90 damage. MPG is making Yoda Cage hurt for it, but will he want it more to get over that hurdle? Right now, Cart coming in, proving dividends right now, paying off those dividends. 77th piled on. We are basically even game all around yet again. Mecha Koopa providing interference with a crash bomb, trying to track too far away. Great DI away from the hands of MPG.
0.1%. Okay, not anymore. But like super tight. Like every time, it's a call and response type game. And as Yoda Cage gets back to ledge, they're playing around each other so well. Like they are acknowledging just what each other wants, and most of the time Mega Man wants in this situation is and they'll take an air shooter kill, but what MPG wants is stuff like Metal Blade to connect. They're like not able to get the full hits of it though to confirm into the combo, and the up smash out of shield, calling out the landing there from MPG, trying to set up maybe like a down air. Hello?
Did that collide with Mecha Koopa?
It absolutely did.
Wow.
And Yoda Cage, the Smash God smiling on him once again. We take those, and it does so again, just shutting down so much of what MPG wants to close out this stock in safe manners, forcing him to go in, and the trade again favoring MPG into a stock. Yoda Cage scratching his head, not wanting that, and not seemingly to want that input.
Mecha Koopa, though, providing a huge benefit, racked up 64 damage. That was just insane pile-on. 75 damage and just explosive control going the way of Yoda Cage and Bowser Jr. Morton's got to be pretty happy with that, with that grin. He's missing a lot of teeth, but you can still tell he's smiling all the same as he might take out MPG to the bank here. Finally getting our last bounty, potentially cashing out on it. Escaping with Mecha Koopa yet again. A great little feint with Mecha Koopa, hopping back into danger and getting that back air off. Trying to close it out with back air as well. Jab lock, though, not moving in for any sort of extension. Is MPG playing it a lot more cautious? Okay, realizing that as I'm getting amped up, he's playing a lot more reserve, so I definitely recognize why he's doing it. But
I mean, both us and both of the players need to calm down here, need to weather the storm, because especially when it comes to ledge play like this, that shield is getting low. Another up smash and a shield getting stuffed. Looking for the finisher with the forward air. We're real back air percents right now here, Mini Boss, as Yoda Cage is looking for just anything to connect, and nothing's doing it. No jump, but the cart getting right by. The nair out of shield, 147, and MPG looks no worse for wear, playing around these platforms so well. Plus on shield with that dare, you can't up smash that. And Yoda Cage is not able to find the easy kill, and is just floundering with some of these attempts at big reversals. The forward throw, the buffs, the Mecha Koopa! Finishing the stock just like that. MPG, number 2 in the tournament, but that bounty is claimed.
Yes, sir.
Taking the stock with a super solid timing on yet again that Mecha Koopa, and Yoda Cage is going to be the one that moves on to top 8.
I mean, yeah, Morton realizing that Mega Man is just a robot all the same, realizing he has just an arsenal of Mecha Koopas, and throws away robots at his leisure. He throws away one more with another robot in tow to silence that out. An insane way to close out our run on our block here, as well as just a bounty claimed. Just so many amazing sets. But real quick, I want to mention the sponsor, or the charity event that we're handing out tonight. For sure. IR USA, Islamic Relief USA. It provides impoverished areas and occupied areas of